Hello students, good morning all of you, and I hope you all are fit and fine. Stay at home and stay healthy. This is the best way to protect yourself from COVID-19. Okay beta, today we are going to move ahead with second part of our geography lesson, human development, with part 2. And here we will start from indicators of economic development. Rich resources base, rich resources base, and access to these resources by all, especially the poor and neglected and marginalized people. That is the key to productivity, well-being, and human development. GNP or gross national product, you may call it gross national product. This is the method, this is the way to decide per capita availability as measured to assess the resource base of any country. Economic achievement and the well-being of individuals depend on economic growth, employment opportunities, and access to assets. Over the years, the per capita income and consumption expenditure in India has increased. Due to this, the population living under poverty line or below poverty line, that has decreased constantly. In 2011-12, the people living under or living below poverty line in a rural area, that was 25.7%. While in urban area it was 13.7%. But the overall average of India, that was 21.9%. And these census show that population living below poverty line is more than 30% in Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Manipur, Odisha, as well as Dadar and Nagar Haveli. While the percentage of people living below poverty line in Gujarat, Haryana, Jammu Kashmir, Maharashtra, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Tripura, Uttarakhand, and in West Bengal, that is about 10 to 20%. But the percentage of people living below poverty line is lesser than 10% in Andhra, Delhi, Goa, Himachal, Kerala, Punjab, Sikkim, Puducherry, Andaman Nicobar Island groups, and Daman and Diu and Lakshadweep. So it is the situation where the poor people are deprived of a healthy and you can call that the basic needs of their life. They are not able to satisfy the needs of their life. And the GDP or gross domestic product, it does not indicate towards the quality of life in any country, because there are some many other factors like accommodation, public transport, air quality index, drinking water. These also decide the life standard. And without employment, you can't expect the economic development of any country. If we now we come to indicators of social empowerment. Many disease and pain-free life, like life longevity. It means if you are free from disease, you are living a pain-free life, and your life longevity is better. These things indicate towards the living standard. Infant mortality rate, as well as the condition of women after delivery of a baby, that indicate towards the condition of women also. It means how much facilities are available to women, to old people, whether these women and senior citizens, they are able to get better health services, are they able to get nutritious food, what about security of their life and life longevity. These indicate towards the healthy life of persons. Some health indicators that show that India has done remarkable work in different fields, like India has succeeded in decreasing the infant mortality rate, which was 25.1% in 1951, and till 2015 we have succeeded in decreasing to 6.5 per thousand. In same way, life longevity, that was about 37 years in 1951, while in 2015 it was near about 67 years. And life of women, that was earlier 36 years, now we have succeeded to achieve it up to 70 years. Though these are remarkable achievements, but still we have to do a lot. In same way, we have brought down the birth rate also, which was earlier 40.8, and now we have decreased it by 50%, and we are at 20.8%. But still it is higher than in the developed countries. And if we talk about gender condition, then the facilities which are available in rural area as well as in urban area, then it is a matter of concern. Here, the female population is decreasing. According to census of 2011, if we see towards sex ratio among children from up to 6 years, then that is matter of worry. Except Kerala, in all the states it has decreased. The number of girl child have decreased, especially in Punjab and Haryana, where number of girl child is 850 compared to 1000 boys. Then who is responsible for this? Is it the social aspect, or people are able to decide the gender of the child? So it is the matter where we have to pay much attention. Now we come to indicators of social empowerment. Many times we say the development is freedom, or you can say opposite, when you are free from worries, you are developed. Here means freedom from hunger, freedom from poverty, and freedom from slavery is the key to freedom. These are the main key to freedom. In real sense, we will be free when we are able to achieve the targets which have been decided. And if society is able to know about environment and they are doing work for protection of environment, then we will be free in real sense. But the way to knowledge and freedom, this way passes through literacy. So literacy is must among the people. Why? Because literacy rate in India, that is a matter of sorrow. If you study the table, then you will come to know that literacy rate in India is 74.04%. But literacy rate among women is lesser, that is 65.46%. Now, in south part of India, the literacy rate among women is much higher than in northern states. In some states of India, this ratio is very different. In the states like Bihar, it is only 63.82%, while in Kerala and Mizoram, the literacy rate is 93.09% or 91.58%. In Kerala, it is 93.09, and in Mizoram, it is 91.58%. So, is it not matter where we have to do work? And accept these local variations. In rural areas, among women, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and agriculture workers, among these categories of the society, the literacy rate is very low. Though we have worked in the border areas, but still we have to do a lot. Now we come to Human Development Index. Human Development Index. Except these important indicators, the Planning Commission or Niti Aayog has analyzed the Human Development Index in states and union territories. India has been put at middle level. Among 188 countries, India is placed at 131 or 131st rank. Now you can imagine the level of human development in India. Among states, Kerala is at the top, and then comes the number of Delhi, Himachal Pradesh, Goa and Punjab. But Bihar, Odisha and Chhattisgarh are at the bottom. And due to this, if this condition is found, what are the factors that are responsible for this condition? Obviously, social and political and as well as economic factors also play important role in this field. Because in among some societies, people do not believe in women education or girl education. Many times, politically, such policies are not implemented properly, though the government make policies. But many times, these policies are not implemented properly. The Human Development Index is highest in Kerala, and through this they have tried to achieve 100% literacy rate, and they have worked a lot in Kerala. But if we see towards Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha and Assam, and as well as Uttar Pradesh also, then we find that these states are with the least literacy ratio. And in some states, among men and women, the literacy rate is low. Except educational achievements, economic development also affect the Human Development Index. And if we observe economically, then we find Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Punjab and Haryana, they have better Human Development Index. They have worked better in this field in compared to Assam, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh. Here HDI level is much better than Bihar, Madhya Pradesh or Assam. And during the colonial period, due to some drawbacks, still in economic field, in economy as well as in social area, these differences are also playing a role. And even Government of India has planned for the balanced development of these states, and therefore we have succeeded in achieving more achievements, but still in some parts of India this level is lower, and that's why we have to do a lot in this field. And next time we will try to conclude this chapter, because next time we will start from population, environment and development. Till then, have a good day. Thank you.